Alright, it is time to make a meatball pizza. Okay, are you excited? I'm excited. Let's see if I can make sure you've got a good view of my pizza. The camera actually has to be significantly back in order for you to see the whole dish. And if I don't come around and look at the screen, I don't know that you can't see it. So here's my tray. And this goes into my toaster oven. So obviously I'm going to bake this meatball pizza in my toaster oven. And here is my olive oil, which I am really running low on. I don't know when I'll be able to buy any more either. But it's been a good bottle of olive oil. I'm going to grease this up. I put foil on this a lot of the time, but I don't really like the foil when I'm doing pizza dough. Man, this is good. And this is just my normal pizza dough recipe. You've seen me make pizza dough before. Oops. So I think I want to divide it into thirds. If I were smart, I should have gotten a bowl and measured this so that it is exactly 3 parts. So let's do that. All right, I am going to actually measure these dough balls out on the scale so that it's exactly 3 pieces of dough. Guess I could spin you around. So the first thing I need to know is how much dough I have. So let's find out. I have 23 ounces of dough. 23 ounces of dough. Boy, that doesn't divide very nicely. I'm going to have to go do math. That does not divide it very nicely at all by 3. So, well, let's see if my watch can tell me. It wasn't working earlier today. It would not do anything. But let's see what 23 is divided by 3. Well, it's being awful again. So it is 7.7 ounces. I really wish this watch would behave, but it's gotten really awful over the last few weeks. The problem is that it was I bought it for $150. These Galaxy watches are actually quite a bit more expensive than that, but I got it used because it wasn't compatible with an iPhone. But it's only like 2.5 years old, so it's nowhere near ready to be replaced. So I need 7.7 ounces of pizza dough. That is 6 ounces. 6.5, and I need 7.7. 7.1. 7.4 or 7.3, 7.5, 7.7. All right, so there's our first dough ball. And if you want to do this, don't worry about, having multiple chunks of dough. It will go back together. 7.7 for this one. That is 8.4, so this one is actually too much. I need 7.7. 7.7. 7.7. 7.7. There it is. All right, so this is the other dough ball, and this should be 7.7. 7.8. Perfect. All right, so I got my dough balls, and you need to turn around. All right, so I'm going to spread this out. Well, I'm going to put a little more oil on this so it doesn't stick to me. There we go. And we'll just make some dough. Or I'm going to stretch this out. Now, I have worked at pizza parlors before, but I was not ever the dough person. Here, slap some toppings on the dough I just made. That's what I used to do. Sometimes I'd deliver, but delivering's a raw deal. The guys that work in the store, at least at the time when I was doing it, would get full minimum wage. The drivers would get like $3, maybe $4. And the company would think that, hey, you know, you'll make up that other $3 an hour in tips. Well, lots of people don't tip for their pizzas, so it didn't actually work out very well. I would get checks for like $50. Hey, look, you worked like 20 hours last week. Here's $50. Because what they would do is they would pay you $4 and tax you for a minimum wage. Yep, so that worked out real well. And I'm sure it was real legal too. Yeah. Well, my pizza dough is very stretchy. I might be playing with this for a while. Normally I don't have this problem, but normally I don't grease my tray real well either, so it sticks to the tray, which makes it easier to bake, but it also makes it harder to eat. So let's see if I can get this to stretch. I feel like I need like dough clips, like you have clothespins. Well, I think that's good enough. Then this has got to go into the toaster oven for 10 minutes. Well, this might be as good as it gets, unfortunately. All right, 10 minutes in the toaster oven, and I got to deal with these other two dough balls. I'm going to get a gallon bag, and I'm going to plop one in on one side and one in on the other. Then I am going to lay this flat in the freezer. All right, it is time to get the ingredients out. This is going to be a meatball, onion, jalapeno pizza. And I made these meatballs earlier. Oh, the cheese. Mexican cheese. I got Mexican cheese instead of mozzarella, because Mexican cheese tends to be more useful. I need my onions if I can find them. Yeah, Here they are. And I diced up some onions earlier. So, oh, I need some sauce. I know the meatballs have sauce, but the meatball sauce should really stay with the meatballs. And the meatballs probably will not end up going in the freezer. I just don't think they're going to last long enough to need frozen. And I need some sauce. So this is the sauce that I am using for my pizza. I opened this last night to make spicy assassin spaghetti. So guess that's enough sauce. I think I'll put the meatballs on next. And I'm just going to split the meatballs in half is what I'm doing. Let's see, 3 meatballs. Yeah, that's probably okay. The meatballs were boiled in plain tomato sauce. So if you want to make meatballs and all you have is tomato sauce, you don't even have to spice it. The meatballs are typically spicy enough to overcome the blandness of the tomato sauce. So now this goes away. And I need some onions. Aside from the steak and bacon pizza, this is probably my next favorite type of pizza. There we go. And now I need some jalapenos, which are right here. It's a little crowded over there, so I'll try and open it over here. There we go. And I'm going to put a few jalapenos on here. I love making my own pizzas because you can make it with as many toppings as you want. And nobody's going to scream and yell about, you have to pay more for more toppings. Shoot, at one of the, at the gourmet pizza place here, I think they now want like $1.50 per topping after like the first topping. It's really pretty awful. And forget about extra cheese. You have to take out a loan for that. Oh, and a pizza with the works with extra everything, you'll need to mortgage your house. Alright, sorry my cheese is in the way, but kind of out of counter. Alright. Put some cheese on here. Yeah, one of the best things about making your own pizza is that you can make it any way you want, and you can put as much of everything on it as you want until you run out. There we go. Now, how much do you think that pizza would cost you if you ordered it from your local pizza place? All right, it's ready to go in the oven for, a good 15-20 minutes. I'll split the difference and put it in for 18. Alright, done with the cheese. The cheese, thankfully, has its own little zipper thing. I was going to repackage this, but I don't have to. Put my pasta sauce up, because I'll probably have pizza tomorrow night, too. meatballs. I'll probably have meatballs for lunch. There we go. The onions back in the freezer. And the jalapenos. And that's it until the toaster oven dings. I'll be back. Alright, my meatball, onion, jalapeno pizza is done. At least it better be, because I'm starving. Oh, it's a big old pizza. Alright, so here it is, guys. The meatball, onion, jalapeno pizza. I am going to go eat this. Have a great rest of your day. And like and subscribe if you are so motivated. I will talk to you later.